Hi everyone, once again, welcome to another episode of Math Less Than 5. This is your teacher Charlie, and this time I'm going to help you on how to find the sum of dissimilar fractions without regrouping using three methods. So let's jump in. So let us have this example. Say we have 2/3 plus 1/4. Now, as you can see, we have a 3 and a 4 as our denominators. So in this case, we can directly add their numerators. So what we need to do, again, as I've said, we need to apply the three methods. But let us use first method number 1. And what is method number 1? Method 1 is what we call using the least common denominator, or the LCD. Now, how are we going to apply this method number 1? So it's so simple. Just simply multiply the denominator. So 3 times 4, we have here 12. So 12 is our LCD. Okay? So our LCD is 12. So what we need to do is to divide this LCD by our given denominators. So 12 divided by 3, that is equal to 4, times 2, that is equal to 8. So write 8, then copy the operation, then 12 divided by 4, that is equal to 3, times 1, that is equal to 3. Then add 8 plus 3, that is equal to 11. And then copy the denominator 12. Okay? Now, see if there is any common factor between 11 and 12. So since we don't have any common factor between 11 and 12, and therefore 11 over 12 is our final answer. Alright, so let us continue, and this time we're going to use method number 2. What is method number 2? That is changing dissimilar fractions to similar fractions. Okay, so let us use our previous example, which is 2/3 plus 1/4. Okay, so again, we cannot directly add their numerators because we have different denominators. But we can solve this one by using this method number 2. So let us first rewrite 2/3 and 1/4 in this way. So 2/3 and then 1/4. Okay? Now 2/3 must be multiplied by the denominator of 1/4. Both numerator and then denominator. Again, we multiply 2/3 by the denominator of 1/4, which is 4. Okay? The next is to multiply 1/4 by the denominator of 2/3, and that is 3. So you need to multiply both numerator and denominator by 3. Okay? And then get the product. So 2 times 4, that is equal to 8. And then 3 times 4, that is equal to 12. What about 1/4 times 3 over 3? So we have 1 times 3, that's 3. And then 4 times 3, that's 12. Okay? Let us write once again. So we have your 8 over 12. Then copy the operation. 3 over 12. As you can see, we now have the same denominators. Now, in this case, we can now add their numerators. So 8 plus 3, that is equal to 11. And then copy the common denominator, which is 12. we don't have any common factor between 11 and 12. Therefore, 11 over 12 is the sum of 2/3 plus 1/4. Okay? So that's how you're going to use method number 2 in getting the sum of two dissimilar fractions. Alright, so let us proceed to our final method, or method number 3. And we called it butterfly method. Okay, so to apply this one, let us have our given example, which is 2/3 plus 1/4. Okay, so this is our example. Now, so how will you apply? Just simply multiply the numerator of 2/3 and the denominator of 1/4. So we have here 2 times 4. So 2 times 4, that is equal to 8. The next thing to do is to multiply the denominator of 2/3, which is 3, and the numerator of 1/4, which is 1. So 3 times 1, that is equal to 3. And then multiply their denominator. So we have 3 times 4, that is equal to 12. Okay? Next is to rewrite. We have here 8. Copy the operation, plus 3 over 12. So 8 and 3 are sharing in a common denominator, which is equal to 12. Okay? So we have 8 plus 3, that is equal to 11. And then copy the denominator 12. So we have here 11 over 12. So 11 over 12 is our final answer because we don't have any common factor between 11 and 12. So that's how you're going to use butterfly method in adding two dissimilar fractions. So different methods or different ways on how to find the sum of dissimilar fractions. But see, we arrive at the same answer. So don't forget that we have 3 methods on how to add dissimilar fractions. First is by using the least common denominator. Second is by changing dissimilar fraction to similar fraction. And the last one is by using the butterfly method. So don't forget that. Thank you for watching.